Alright. So Bash in Berlin 2024 is officially in the books, and we are here to talk about it. And we start off the show here with the undisputed WWE Championship between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. So the story of this match, or the story leading up to this match, is the fact that Cody Rhodes picked Kevin Owens as his challenger here for this pay-per-view. Kevin Owens wasn't on board with it. He didn't want to be Cody's opponent because he felt like he didn't deserve it. But Cody eventually convinced him. It was a great match. The crowd tonight was, you can argue the fact that this crowd tonight was either better than France or at the very least neck and neck with that crowd in France. But this crowd tonight was very loud, very into every single thing on this show. This crowd was into every single thing on this show. So we start off with Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, and the story of this match is that Cody Rhodes' knee, I think his left knee, or I'm not sure which knee, but his knee was, bothering him, and that becomes a focal point in the match. And towards the end, Cody's going for his super Cody cutter, where he gets all the way to the top rope and does like a super Cody cutter. But as he goes to hit it, he favors his knee. Kevin Owens takes a look at this, and he's contemplating on like what he does. He can either attack this knee and weaken this knee, and he can possibly become the WWE champ. But at the same time, that's not where his mindset is at. That's not that's something the old Kevin would do. And I gotta love the fact that Wade Barrett on commentary was literally saying everything that all of us were thinking. Like, just take advantage, just take advantage of the weakened knee, and take him out 1, 2, 3. But Kevin Owens obviously didn't do that, and that cost him. Kevin Owens cost himself the WWE Championship, and a lot of people here were thinking that Kevin Owens was gonna turn heel either in this match or after this match. I will say Kevin Owens had a sort of like a stoic face throughout this entire match, like very like just kind of pissed off type look during this match. And so Cody picks up the W after the crossroads, and we get a hug at the end of the match, and Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens are still on the same page. This was a pretty good match to start the show. A lot of people thought that Kevin Owens was going to turn heel here tonight. I could have seen it either 50-50, but he moved on to either this or the match between Gunther and Orton that's going to rival the match of the night. So later on, we get the strap match between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. So the rules of this match were you have to touch every single corner of the ring consecutively without your opponent breaking your attempts of touching each corner. And this was a great match, and I'm gonna tell you, compared to their SummerSlam match, I would take this night and day, because their SummerSlam match, I felt like was, it never really reached that third gear that they were trying to reach. And with all the shenanigans with the special guest referee and whatnot, I felt like it was a good match, but not as good as this one. This one was everything you would want between these two guys. We saw blood, we saw a strap come into play, we saw a lot of plethora of things here tonight. And Drew McIntyre, after a while, pulls out a bracelet that has become such a focal point in the story, and this causes Punk again to get pissed off. GTS to Drew McIntyre. He starts touching the individual corners, and after like every single individual corner, he starts hitting consecutive GTSs. I think he hit him with like 3 or 4 GTSs, and he touches the last corner, and CM Punk picks up the W here for the strap match, and he also takes back his bracelet. So I foresee that that's the end of this sort of bracelet angle. And Probably this Monday we'll see a pissed off Drew McIntyre looking to get his revenge on CM Punk. But this, by far, a great match. Watch this match, hands down, a phenomenal match. So we get the mixed tag team match between the Terror Twins, Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest take on Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. This is a pretty fun match. This is my most anticipated match. Going into it, the crowd was super into this match. Rhea Ripley finally got her revenge on Dominic Mysterio. She saw him, she grabbed him by the arm, started clotheslining him. I think hit like 3 or 4 clotheslines on him, brought him back to the corner, locked him into a submission on the corner, wrapped her legs around his neck, started squeezing the life out of Dominic Mysterio. The crowd was going apeshit. I thought she was gonna hit a riptide on him. That's personally what I would have loved to see, is a riptide hit on Dominic Mysterio. But regardless, Judgment Day comes out, isn't enough to deter Rhea and Priest. Rhea hits a emphatic riptide on Liv Morgan and picks up the W here, and Rhea and Priest take the win here for their mixed tag team match. What's next for these two is Rhea is probably going to challenge Liv for the title at Bad Blood, and maybe we might get Priest and Finn at Bad Blood, but I am still kind of, I don't know if they'll do that match yet, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, Rhea and Liv for the title at Bad Blood for sure. So next we get the main event, which is Randy Orton challenging Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. This is what the crowd came for, essentially, was for this match, this main event match between Gunther and Randy Orton. A lot of the crowd liked Gunther and favored Gunther, but a lot of the crowd also favored Randy Orton. They were telling the story of, this is Randy Orton, he's a 14-time world champion, and he is trying to, make history by becoming world champion once again, and at the process taking out Gunther and becoming world champion. And this match was pretty physical. This match was, we saw steel steps come into play. We saw the table, the announce table. Randy Orton put Gunther through the announce table. There's also the story of the match was Gunther, and I think his left shoulder was given out, and essentially it was one-armed Gunther against a 290-pound Randy Orton, and Randy Orton was super sure, super confident that he was going to become world champion here tonight. That confidence didn't last because Gunther got him into a submission, a sleeper hold, and that was enough for Randy Orton to take the loss here tonight. Gunther picks up the W here in his not in his hometown, but a place that's near and dear to his heart, Berlin, Germany. And the winner and still world heavyweight champion, Gunther. This match was fun. This match was physical. You had a lot of cool spots here in this match, and like I said, I predicted Gunther to take the W here. Randy Orton now has to go back to SmackDown and deal with the fallout of this world heavyweight championship match. And I hope and I pray that after this match, Randy Orton, this is finally the straw that breaks the camel's back, and Randy Orton turns heel and delivers that RKO to Cody Rhodes. But this super hot crowd is this super hot crowd is one of the big reasons why these international shows do really well. And Berlin, Germany did not hold back. They were loud as can get, and this is a pretty fun show, man. If I were to rate it, I would probably give it a 7.5 out of 10, maybe an 8. This is a pretty fun show, great crowd. But other than that, man, I am out. I will see y'all later. Have a good night and peace.